How does the Bible choose Izithakazelo? The genealogy that is followed in the Bible. Because there are rights of the firstborn. But when you go through the genealogies, you can tell that it does not always go through the firstborn. Adam had 3 sons and other sons and daughters whose names are not even mentioned in the Bible because the focus is on the genealogy of Seth. And he is not even the firstborn son, not even the secondborn. He is the thirdborn son of Adam. Why? Abraham had Ishmael and Isaac. The Muslims are still contesting this because they are the descendants of Ishmael. They say Ishmael is the firstborn son. Why must the genealogy go through Isaac and not Ishmael? Because Isaac is the secondborn. Isaac goes on to have 2 sons, Jacob and Esau. And Esau is the firstborn son, but the genealogy goes through Jacob. Why? Jacob goes on to have 12 sons and 1 daughter. And the genealogy of Jacob goes through Judah, and he is not the firstborn. He is number 4. The firstborn is Reuben, secondborn Simeon, thirdborn Levi, and Judah is number 4. When you read Genesis 49, starting from verse 1, then Jacob called his sons and said, "Gather around so that I can tell you what will happen to you in days to come. Assemble and listen, sons of Jacob. Listen to your father Israel." He's saying, "My sons, come. Can I prophesy? I want to prophesy. My sons, come and listen." He says, "Reuben, you are my firstborn, my might, the first sign of my strength, excelling in honor, excelling in power, turbulent as the waters. You will no longer excel, for you went up onto your father's bed, onto my couch, and defiled it." He's prophesying, he's saying, "My son, you won't excel anymore because you slept with my wife." Simeon and Levi are brothers. Their swords are weapons of violence. Let me not enter their counsel. Their swords are weapons of violence. Let me not enter their counsel. Let me not join their assembly. This guy is prophesying their future. God is saying, let me not enter their counsel. Let me not enter their assembly. For they have killed men in their anger and hamstrung oxen as they pleased. Cursed be their anger, so fierce, and their fury so cruel. I will scatter them in Jacob and disperse them in Israel. Judah, Judah, your brothers will praise you. Your hand will be on the neck of your enemies. Your father's sons will bow down to you. Your father's sons will bow down to you. As you read the Bible, you can tell when you read the genealogy of Jesus that he goes through the lineage of Judah. Welcome to my church, where the blind receive sight and the deaf start to hear. I will tell you how God chooses a genealogy. It is in the book of Samuel, chapter 16, starting from verse 6, when God was looking for a king of Israel. He told Samuel, "Go and look for Jesse. I want to anoint one of his sons." Look at how God chooses David. When they arrived, Samuel saw Eliab and thought, "Surely the Lord's anointed stands here before the Lord." When they showed Samuel the firstborn of Jesse, because they are bringing the firstborn, thinking the rights of the firstborn. According to Deuteronomy 21, verse 17, it says, he is the first sign of his father's strength. The rights of the firstborn belong to him. So when they brought Eliab to Samuel, they thought God is going to choose him because he is the firstborn. But listen to what God said. But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him." The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. The Lord looks at the heart. Then Jesse called Abinadab and had him pass in front of Samuel. But Samuel said, "The Lord has not chosen him either." Jesse then had Shammah pass by, but Samuel said, "Nor has the Lord chosen this one." Jesse had 7 of his sons pass before Samuel, but Samuel said to him, "The Lord has not chosen these." 7 sons of Jesse passed before this one, before Samuel. And God said, "I don't see the one I am looking for." So he asked, "Are these all the sons you have?" Samuel is asking, God said, "One of your sons is the one I must anoint. Are these all the sons you have?" "There is still the youngest," Jesse answered. "He is tending the sheep." Because he thought that the lastborn cannot be the one. That's why he did not even bring him. He did not consider him. Samuel said, "Send for him. We will not sit down until he arrives." So he sent for him and had him brought in. He was glowing with health and had fine appearance and handsome features. David was a charmer boy. He didn't even look like a man of war, a person who can stand in front of the armies of the Lord. He didn't even look like that. So he sent for him and had him brought in. He was glowing with health and had fine appearance and handsome features. Then the Lord said, "Rise and anoint him. This is the one. Rise and anoint him. This is the one." Because the Lord does not look at the appearance. The Lord does not look at the firstborn. The genealogy of the Lord does not go as the genealogy of people. He chooses people who are living. He chooses people who have a good heart. He chooses people who are sons, who have accepted the word of God, who believe in God. That's the beauty that God sees. That's why the genealogy does not always go through the firstborn. It goes to the person who pleases the Lord. Khotso a e be le lena.